everybody. Yes, I'm sorry it took a while. I've been pricing everything because everything is for sale. Literally everything for the right price today could be for sale for you. And tell me how things are sounding. Can you hear me? Doesn't look like my microphone is on, but it's moving here. Can you hear me? Okay. I don't understand it. Nothing is working as far as I can. All right. Everybody can hear me. All right. Guys, this is a freaking Wayne's World. This is a Wayne's World Strat that is for sale, and I've had it for a while. Anyway, this is a very cool guitar. And anyway, how are you guys? Tell me about your week, what you've been up to. I don't know why I'm wearing a mullet wig. I found it in my attic. And I wanted to wear a mullet wig. Actually, it's way too hot. I'm going to take it off. But anyway, there we go. I have a giant head. So that makes that wig complicated because I'm already on like the second notch here. So anyway. So, for whatever reason, my console app to control my Twin isn't working. So, anyway, cool. What are you guys up to? I'm going straight through YouTube this time to see how that goes because I don't have any titles. We're just going to hang out and talk. And there's a camera here, and there's a whole bunch of guitars. I hauled a bunch of stuff out, and I have some mail stuff. So, we'll do mail time first here in a minute. But yeah, tell me where you guys are coming from. Yeah. I feel like I'm forgetting things. Okay, there's another thing we'll include. But yeah. Northern Virginia, that's so close. Probably the hardest I put my foot in my mouth in the last couple of years involved talking to a guy from Northern Virginia. And I was picking me up from the airport and he's like, where are you from? And he's picking me up from New Orleans in Louisiana. And so I was like, oh, I'm from Virginia. He's like, oh, cool. Tell me about Virginia. And I was like, well, I'm from like kind of Western Virginia, kind of Northern Virginia, but like not Northern Virginia because Northern Virginia is like snobby and it's just a different thing. And like, not necessarily, anyway. I'm continuing to put my foot in my mouth now, but I was like, I'm from the mountains. I'm not from kind of like close to DC. I'm way out towards West Virginia. Anyway, okay, where are you from? Guy picking me up from the airport, and he's like, oh, I'm from Northern Virginia. I'm from Vienna. It's like, and he walked me into that one. Just led me right into, looking like an idiot. Stewart's Draft. Holy cow, that's crazy. That's really close. British Columbia. 5 a.m. in Australia. Hey, thanks for being here. That's early. How is the future? What a dumb question. Anyway, my brother lives in Sydney. So, do you know him? His name's Jason. Anyway, Peterborough, Ontario, Canada. I just did a video on a guitar from Godric, Ontario, about house guitars. That one will be out probably beginning of next week. I've got a bunch of really good videos coming out. I have been prolific. Yeah. Timothy from Vienna. That's funny. It was Shay. I forget Shay's last name. He works for the CIA now. So he spy tricked me into talking crap about his hometown. Anyway, Phoenix, Houston. I love Houston. Ships Barbecue. Is that what it is? Right on 10. Right by Katy Freeway. I miss Texas barbecue. I miss like delicious beef barbecue. It's just Virginia has many things. Has a couple really good foods, but it doesn't have beef barbecue. It has pulled pork barbecue and chicken barbecue. And I love, like, I don't know what you'd call it. Does anyone, hey, who is it that's in, so Garrison is in Lynchburg, Virginia. And then somebody else was saying that Steve says that they're from Stewart's Draft. What do you call, is it like pit chicken? What do you call the chicken that you can get at like every, like, VFW and like Kiwanis, like they just have those big cinder block pits, and they do charcoal. The chicken in Virginia that I love is like super smoky, really charred, hard vinegar, maybe lemon pepper. I don't know what you'd call it, but it is delicious. And it's like, yes, Virginia ham is a thing, but anyway, Timothy called it barbecue chicken. Yeah. I don't know how to be more specific than that, but let's see who else. Vancouver, Washington. Hey, Tom. Jukas from, is that it? I don't know how to pronounce your name. From Northern California. David in Greensboro, North Carolina. Keith from Savannah, Georgia. Hey, from snowy Pennsylvania. Caleb, I had a reminder on my phone come and go to get in touch with you. I promise I'm the worst. I promise I am the worst. That's fair. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out, and you'll see, because I've got a ton of guitars out now. I want to talk to you about some guitar storage ideas. So anyway, it is super snowy here today too. It snowed. We got another probably 6 inches last night, and we had 6 inches or 8 inches a couple days ago. So there's plenty of snow outside today. Yardbird is what Rich Johnson calls it at the VFW. We called it that in the military too. Yardbird. I've heard it called that too. There's a cooking show from a guy in like New Iberia, Louisiana, and he's super like Cajun. It's definitely really put on, but he calls it yard pimp. Anyway, Michael retracted a message. What did he say? I don't know. Sunny, balmy Chicago. Hey, Rich. Hello from Sweden. Is it Matthias? That's awesome. I'm glad you're here. Cool. Let's see. One more. David. Two more. Brody. David, good afternoon from Eugene, Oregon. That's awesome. I love Oregon. I want to get back to Oregon. I've only been there once. Maybe in this next year. That is my goal. When things start to take off, and for things to take off for us, I need to sell some guitars. That's what we'll talk about today. And then I also need to sell some courses to sell the right guitars faster so that I can fix the alternator in my car so I can drive more than 150 miles and then come hang out and go to guitar shops and get out and about. So anyway, hey, there's two people from Cincinnati. You guys know each other? Are you watching this in the same room? How much snow did you get from that storm? Not a ton. We got, maybe 6 inches. But yeah, everything is technically for sale. Now you're going to start seeing when we get to that part that I put some prices on stuff that are the clear, like, I do not want to sell this guitar price, which I'm not going to sell a couple. I'm not going to sell my House and Dalton. I'm not going to sell my Waterloo. But anyway, I got a couple things in the mail. Pick me. Says Matt McFarlane. I got some stuff in the mail. Let's start with the hard one. So one of the things that came in the mail today is Black Mountain picks. They sent me some of their slides, and I'm super excited to try these. Now I'm nervous because playing slide is hard. Ooh. So he sent me some of these. These are these big metal one-fingered slides. And so let's dig into this thing. Now I think there are a couple like picks in here as well. Let's just pull everything out and see what's in here. Oh boy. So there's two of the metal picks because I have gigantic fingers. And so here's some directions as well. So this is Black Mountain picks. Okay, so there are some thumb picks in here. And so they're a little like gate, like a little spring gate. And so there are some picks. And okay. So there's a couple different like shapes. The extra tight spring is what the sticker says. And then there's different shapes. So it's basically a guitar pick with a spring kind of mechanism on it. And so let's do the picks first. And these guys might be watching the live show. Let us know if you're in here. I got an email last week saying, what guitar should I play? Here's my House and Dalton. I'm asking $3,500 for this one. Please don't buy it. I don't actually want to sell this one. Oh, whoops. Cool. I like that. I don't use a thumb pick that often, but this one, like, my brain just kind of gets what to do with it. That's a cool. So, all right. So this pick's a lot thinner. So yeah, so the thumb pick here is pretty, this one's pretty thin, probably a 0.6. If I had to guess, I don't think it says. Then this is like a Jazz. Okay, yeah, this one's like a Jazz 3. Maybe it's a little bigger than that. Oh, this one has a stronger spring, extra tight spring. That one feels tight on my thumb. And how many of y'all use thumb picks? I like these. I prefer using my thumbnail. Okay, so I'll give you a comparison. So this is the pick. So there's that one, and then but I prefer the sound of a thumb pick. But I break my thumbnail probably once every 6-8 weeks, 6 or 8, and I end up I don't like the tone of just picks. So I think if I could get one of these picks that is a little more rounded, it's still very bright. I mean, it sounds like I can't help but be reminded of that. Well, there ain't no need to sit and wonder why, babe. It's very bright, but these are awesome. Now, the next thing, and I'm nervous about this. Mark, I wish you were here, because Mark Hopkins is such a great, is such a great slide player. So what's cool about these slides, they're the same kind of idea. They have the spring inside, and then you can put them on your finger. Sorry. All right, just up to thinking, Dad, good. Sheesh, this is hard. I'm glad I decided to do this live instead of in a room by myself. Here's the thing. I don't like being publicly bad at things. So, and I'm bad at a bunch of things. So, sorry, I don't mean that to be like self-deprecating, but. I was running backwards because I didn't read the directions, and it now makes way more sense. Yep. I'm a dummy. So this says, I'm honored that I'm honored to have a customer like you. I hope your Black Mountain slide will inspire you to play creatively and lead you to many hours of playing. That's cool. Okay, so you put the thick part on the back of your finger, sheesh, slide is so hard. Yeah, slide is complicated. Anyway, thanks so much to the guys from Black Mountain Picks for sending these. I'm super excited. The thumb picks are awesome, and I will use those all the time, and I will commit some time and energy and effort to getting good at the slide. It's a super clever design. Yeah, here's the second one. I'll show real quick. This one probably fits a little bit. I did sneak and try these the other day. I didn't try playing them, but I just tried them on. And yeah, this one, that one fits a little better. It's a little more like, you can still like. So much muscle. Anyway, let me jump back into the chat. This is my Hudson Dalton TDM. I'm not really selling it. It was just a thumbnail. I'm not selling this. This is one of my just absolute favorite guitars. I've fallen in love with this guitar in a whole new level this week. I've just been playing this one a ton, and just when I'm sitting in the house, and usually like we start and end our day like reading the Bible and praying and singing a couple songs. So it's been really fun to keep guitars in the house, which I always do, but I love rotating guitars in there to do. Yeah, there's a little bit of Johnny Cash in there. Don't Think Twice. That's the song I was trying to remember. And the thumb pick produces a bolder sound. I agree with that. It's definitely like brighter and more present. And it'd be tricky if you also don't have finger nails to get the high end out of it. But let's see. Yeah, these are definitely cool. I didn't put a link in the description today, but if you do get any of these, tell them that we talked about them. I'm not going to get any commission or anything. They just sent them to me. And I'm excited. I love when people just make things out of their houses, and then those things are good and helpful for guitar players. I could see these being a source of good inspiration and creativity. Well, there ain't no need. Well, I can't sing that song. I will get the copyright strike. Yes. So let's see what else is going on in here. Where's your new Furch? My new Furch is over there in the case. I moved some stuff out. There is a video coming out. If you're a patron, you would have seen it. Yeah, I put that out a couple hours ago. If you're a patron, you'll see there's a shootout video that is which acoustic guitar pickup actually sounds like the guitar, and where I compare it from a microphone, like a really accurate sounding microphone, my Zoom H5, compared to the pickup. And the Furch, to me, came out sounding the closest, but I'm interested to see what you guys hear. So if you're a patron, $3 a month, you would get access to those videos. You usually get those 4 or 5 days early, and you have a more direct line to me if you have questions, comments, or slanderous remarks, which thankfully I don't get too many slanderous remarks from patrons, but every now and then when I go to the YouTube comments. So anyway, that's kind of one of my resolutions is this year. I think I'm going to stop reading YouTube comments because there's not a whole lot of good stuff that gets said in there. Anyway, let's see. There you go. Reverb made some Black Mountain picks and Jazz Tip picks. Still not a fan of their pricing on those. But oh well. How much are they? I haven't even looked. I got these basically in exchange for what I just did, showing them. And yeah, Don't Think Twice. That's a Bob Dylan tune. Yep, that's the song I was trying to remember. There's a great, Billy Strings has a great version of that. He plays it capo 5 in C. And it's just it's one of those things I'll get stuck on and I will just like play it on loop. There's another song by Drew Holcomb that's like that. If I play the song American Beauty by Drew Holcomb, I will have it stuck in my head and it will be the only, I'll just play it on loop on guitar forever and ever. So Devon Dillard, hello from Tennessee. I joined late. Why are you selling off all your guitars? I have a bunch of guitars. So I make my living taking care of my family by buying and selling guitars and making YouTube videos. And I ended 2021 with just a bunch of guitars. And so I'm not selling, I'm definitely hanging on. I put a bunch of don't ask, don't buy prices on things. So let's go through a couple things for sale and we'll talk about them real quick. Yeah. Deja Voodoo says it's going to be a hell of a search to nab a Furch all the way down under. Very impressed. They're incredible. They're very cool guitars. Hey, Sonia, I'm glad you're here. Yeah, first time bought a 3-pack. They were $20. Okay, just paid $16.99 for each 3-pack from Missouri Backwoods, I think. Okay. Oh, okay. They're from Missouri. Okay. I mean, it's plenty of money, but they're like definitely a mechanized thing. They're not just like formed plastic. They've got the spring and I mean, they play really well. It'd be fun. I'd love to get one that's a little more similar. So my go-to picks are the Primetone from Dunlop. So anyway, thanks for the vid. Now I know how to pronounce Furch. Me too. I called them Furch for a long time. And it wasn't until I got there and I literally was like, hey, thanks for inviting me to Furch Guitars. And he's like, and here is Furch Guitars. And so I just corrected on the fly. But I think I spared myself the shame and embarrassment in the video. And I just edited myself saying it wrong out the first time and then just picked it up. But anyway, those guys are awesome. I really, really like Furch guitars. And those videos are both doing great. They're both like pretty high views already, and lots of people have been really interested. I talked to the guys in the North American in Nashville, and they've sold a bunch of them coming out of that video. So if you want them, buy them from them. If they don't have them, they'll point you in the direction of a dealer, and it'd be a really good thing. I mean, I've really liked the one that I got. I don't think I'm going to keep the one I got. I think that one might be headed to my friend Billy. And if not, it'll head to someone else that wants to buy it. And then I have a couple more that I got a deal on. So I'm going to sell some more Furchs. So I'll tell you more about those later on as those deals happen. They kind of asked me what would be my dream Furch now knowing their line a little bit. And I pitched kind of 2 guitars. I was like, hey, if I just had like money was no object, here's what I would have built. Because they have a super fun configurator on their website that you can kind of piece together what body shape and what tone woods and what binding and, all that stuff. So I came in with mine was just over $6,000, which that's like retail price map would be like 20 off of that. So, a reasonable, like $4,800, reasonable amount of money. But anyway, it's been really fun getting to know those guys. Guitar Squatch, you sure you won't trade that Hudson Dalton for a 49 015? I've had a bunch of 49. I've had a bunch of 015s and 0017s, and they're very cool guitars. But I have only ever found one Hudson Dalton TDM used, especially for the price that I got in it. Like I got in this at $2,000, and no one has gotten into one at that price since, I don't think. I have another thing I want to try. That'll be fun. There's one that's funny that I'm surprised. Actually, there are three things. Do you want a guitar, a small envelope, or a big envelope? You tell me, and we'll go next. Randy's Rhythm. Hi, Jeremy. All from Texas. Hey, buddy. Allie? Oh? I don't know. Hey, I'm late to the party as usual. Good excuse, though. Learning a few new fingerstyle 5. David Hamburger, song of the month in Drop D. Ivory Ghost. Awesome. Small. All right. We'll do the small one first because Rasmus said it. Rasmus! Hey, buddy. How's your guitar coming? I'll say this again every week. Y'all go follow Rasmus on Instagram and follow along with his guitar build because it's awesome. He's amazing. He's a young guitar builder, and he's building really cool guitars. This is the second one. This one's an LOO, and I don't think the world's ready. So, okay, that's everything out of there. All right, look at this. This is some more guitar picks. What? These are crazy. These are Acoustic Attack. Attack pick. ATTAKPIK. Oh, I think that's a sticker. Yeah. Attack pick. Yeah. So these are from a guy. He went to college here in town, and he lived in like one of the shows that does one of the houses that does a bunch of shows. Like if you've ever been to Harrisonburg, if you're in the music scene around here, he plays in Crayola House, or he lived in Crayola House. So he sent me, there's 2 variety packs. Okay, there are definitely some different shapes. So these will also get their own video that I'll do here in the next week or so. Wow. Okay. These have it's really hard to see. I doubt it's going to focus. Okay. Yeah. So see those little knurls? Has these little knurls on the very end of a guitar. There's a bunch. So I'll pick the most kind of unusual of them and play through these. So this first one has all these little barbs on the very end. This is my Taylor AD17E. Whoa. All right, here's a normal guitar pick. And here's the one with the barbs and the knurls on the end. So it kind of makes it sound like a 12-string, Hey, Acoustic Attack is in here. Yeah, okay, so that's the really intense barbs. Here's one with kind of smaller barbs. All right, so there's more bass and more low end to this one. The audio is kind of clipping. Let me turn down this mic. Okay, how's that? So that's the back end of the pick, just the round part. And then here's the front. Okay, so those are the 2 with the big knurls on them. And there's another one that's kind of a wavy end. I use the wide lens, which doesn't focus as close, but focus. It's looking for my eyes. So if I cover my eyes, there we go. Can you see that? So it has kind of waves on the end. Whoa, this one breaks my dexterity. It's this weird kind of pear shape. So it's weird. It has like way more mass on the end of the pick, and you're holding the skinny part. Man, it's cool. These like they totally change up how you play. Like with that one I had, you know that feeling when you have like peanut butter stuck on the roof of your mouth, or something's like stuck and you can't get it out, and you're like your muscles get fatigued that you don't normally use trying to do a thing. That's what just happened. Like my arm got kind of tense trying to like turn the pick in my hand. So this one it looks kind of like one of the jazz picks. What's cool is that it's thicker on the outside and then thin and kind of knurled, or has some texture on the inside. Sorry. Oh boy, I made it worse. Anyway, I'm gonna get a different guitar. And here's my normal pick. Cool. Well, that's one pack of them. And let's see. So in here, okay, these are the same. That's cool. They're very funky, very weird, but in a really fun, inspiring way. I think I've never seen the like barbs, the barbs on the end of it that make it sound like a 12 string. It would be such a cool recording thing. And I bet in like a heavier kind of setting, it could go really well. It could be cool and add some texture and change. That's awesome. If you haven't like rethought what kind of picks you use, I guarantee that that's a huge, it's a huge difference to your tone that most people just overlook. For years, I played either the blue or the purple, orange, yellow, purple, green in the Tortex. And what I found is that they're pretty like high trebly sounding. And I found as soon as I switched to different picks, I got way more low end and bass out of the guitars that I was playing. So. Yeah, Acoustic Attack. Thank you guys. That was super kind. And yeah, I like them. They're definitely cool and weird and different. And I'll keep them in like my jar of picks. And when I want something different or to let other people play stuff, it's a cool thing. Yeah, so much tone happens at your fingers with the pick. Hey, Dan, thank you so much. That's super kind. Gave $5. Says trying to sell my Reverend Eastsider with an aftermarket pickups and wiring. Would putting the stock pickups back in it make it sell faster on Facebook? Probably not, but unfortunately, adding pickups and stuff doesn't usually raise the value of guitars. So unless they are like guitar pickups that you could get more money out of on their own, you'd probably get the same amount out of the guitar. So if you can get any money out of the pickups, I would swap them back, especially if it's just quick swaps. When you say electronics, do you mean like pots and caps and switches are updated, or is it just the pickups that are updated? You can send me pictures and I'll share it, and I'll try and get more eyeballs on it. I love Reverends, and I actually got to meet them. I got to meet the marketing director at the Philly Guitar Show, and it'd be fun to do something with them. I sent them an email kind of saying like, hey, if you have any guitars you need help talking about, I like guitars. So let's see. A bunch of people talking about stuff. Rasmus says, do you know what kind of lacquer Husson Dalton uses? I have heard it is UV cured. I believe that's true. That sounds right. I know that it's definitely kind of a modern style finish. That makes sense now that you say it. So a couple months ago, I took this back, and there was a little whiplash crack in the side of the neck. It was just in the finish, not in the wood. But what he did was he cut with a razor, cut open a little channel, put super glue or finish. It was super glue in it, and then went and sprayed a little bit of finish over the top of it. And then he was like, all right, I'll be right back. He walked into the other room and came back, 1 minute later, and there was like a rock hard finish over it. So I bet he did something like sprayed a little bit of finish and then just cured it with a UV light, and it went real quick. So anyway, Tom, happy Friday. Yeah, man. Tom, let's talk about your guitar. So we've got a couple more things to do. Some more things in the mail to open up. But the first thing, and if you were at the very beginning of the show, I was playing this, and we'll talk about it. But this is a Wayne's World Strat. This was made as part of the movie release. This was an artist model. I think this was in 1993. This one is made in Japan. It's basically, what did we figure out? It's basically like a 62 reissue. It is very cool. The white on white on white with the rosewood board. This thing is cool, super clean. Comes in it's a Fender USA vintage case. One of the plastic ones, really cool. And I will ship and swag this to you. We're asking $750, which, if you know the price of Japanese Strats and Tellies, they're just shooting up. So $750, I will ship it to you, and I'll swag it. So I'll throw in a hat or a t-shirt or something. So anyway, this is a very cool guitar. This actually belongs to Tom, and Tom sent it to me to make a video, and now we're going to sell it. And one of the coolest things when you see it in person is that the wood in the fingerboard here is seriously it's like looking into like undulating water. It's just so beautiful to look at, especially this top edge is very like ribbony and ripply, and it sounds awesome. Like if you want just a bluesy that's my blues. So yeah, $750. Let me know if you want this. If you're interested in any of these guitars, you can message me on Facebook or Instagram. You can also email me at info@jeremyshepherd.com. That's SHEPPARD. $750 with a hard case, shipped and swagged. Let's make a deal. The next guitar, let's talk about some more guitars that are for sale. If you're looking for a Taylor GS Mini, but you want a guitar that sounds great and is cooler and has more mojo and is tied to a genuine pop star, this is a good deal for you. This for $900, which, let's be honest, that is basically what I have in this. By the time I ship it and give you a t-shirt, I am completely breaking even on a guitar I thought that I got a good deal on. This is a cedar top, so solid cedar, ebony bridge, ebony fingerboard. Actually, maybe this is, no, it's might be Palfaro, but this guitar is very cool. Layered walnut on the back and sides, mahogany neck, and just a really good sounding guitar. I've played everything I can think to play this week. I'm sorry. What's a key I don't normally play in? Nope. C, D. Playing D all the time. Anyway, very cool. F sharp. Play F sharp. this is a very cool guitar, and $900 I'll ship and swag it. It comes in a really cool gig bag. And if you want it, info@jeremyshepard.com. All right, here is the absolute most affordable guitar that I'm selling today. I should have thought about this. I wrote the tags wrong. So look at them right this way. Anyway, this is a Glary, one of the Telecasters. If you want this for $50, I will ship it to you in the US. It does not quite work as a guitar right now, but for $50, you can have it. And Godspeed, the Lord be with you, bless you and keep you, and give you good Telecaster pickups and a good opportunity for lots of setup work. This guitar, I think it's fine. It'll need new pickups, new hardware, and probably a new neck, or at least a bunch of work on this. But anyway, $50. You can send it to me. You can pay through PayPal, Venmo. Email me or send me a message if you want the Glary Tele Blaster. That is actually pretty rough. Da, da, da. Here we go. Guys, I really wish that I would have thought about this and done the labels the other way, the price tags. This is a 2005. This is a Gibson J185. This guitar sounds genuinely amazing. This is a really great guitar. This belongs to a friend of mine here in town named Don, and I'm selling two guitars for Don. This and then this Taylor over here. So let's see. What's this one? Hang on. How do you buy the PV Classic 20? I'm just selling the mini head, and I'll do that for $400 if you send me an email to info@jeremyshepard.com, info@jeremysheppard. Yeah. Wait, which one's going on? Allie in Chi-Town? Tried to do a deal with you on that. Which one? Let's do it. I'll make a deal on every one. Anyway, so I'm asking $2,500 for this one, shipped and swagged to the US. This is a really clean, 20? Not quite 20 years old yet. But this guitar just sounds great. Every time I play it, I want to talk myself into buying it, which I can't do it. I have too many guitars as is, and I want you guys to have some guitars. So great J185. Here's one that I'm going to need to tune. Oh boy, this one's going to be a little bit. What was it? There's somebody asked a question. So, am I selling my Cypress Tele? I am not. I really like that guitar, and that guitar is really important to me. I built that guitar a couple years ago, and I sold it to a friend when we had a brief onset of the "oh no, everything's bad and I'm poors" when we had little kids, and we basically lost all momentum in my guitar life. We had a hard re-entry when we moved from New Orleans back to Louisiana. Just had a bunch of personal stuff happen, and just life got really expensive for a couple of years. And so I just had to sell everything. So I sold that Cypress Tele to a friend. I sold my Martin D35. I sold my 61 Gibson J50. I did not own an acoustic guitar for 6 months or so. What an amazing sounding guitar. This is about the most beautiful looking Taylor T5 I've ever seen. I love the top on this. It's really beautiful, and it's giant, and it's comfortable, and it's light, and it sounds very cool. This is a super cool guitar. This one also belongs to Don, who owns the J185. We're asking, what, $2,100 for this? And this one, this is the best looking top. This is the best condition. The only thing on this guitar is that on the alligator case, there's one little like mar, but anyway, it's a hard case. Who cares about wear on a hard case? This guitar is just mind-blowingly good. And if you want something so strange as a 12-string, a T5, it sounds very cool. Let's see. Rich has been the Waterloo. Really? Well, wait till you see what price I have on it. And you'll see it's not at risk of being sold. I do have here, this is the Gibson G45 that I had in the review. I played it maybe an hour. It's a very cool guitar. I think they have a bad rap. They're not, I mean, it is a $1,000, $1,200 guitar from Gibson, made in the US. It has walnut on the back and sides. It sounds really good. Not super bassy, but walnut guitars aren't usually. And so anyway, I think this guitar is definitely worth it. I'm going to give this is basically a brand new guitar that you can still register the warranty. And I'm going to sell this for $950, shipped anywhere in the US, shipped and swagged. Pick a shirt, a hat, bag of coffee, t-shirt, whatever. Someone buy that. Also the D'Angelico Premier Mini DC, an incredibly cool guitar, really diverse. And if you're looking for a guitar that could cover a ton of ground electrically, and if you're an acoustic guitar player trying to figure out what you should go for, this one's actually really cool and really good. So let's see the scale length. Maybe Sonia, what exactly is wrong with the Glary? The Glary, the nut is too high, and I mean, that's the big thing. The nut is too high, but then the pickups are pretty cheap, so the output is pretty low. But I think if you would put a new nut in it and then do some fret work, it would be back to normal-ish. You could get it to where it sounds and plays like a guitar for probably $50, $60. And but yeah, so anyway, I just don't have any energy or time for it. Let's see. Al in Chi-Town. It's Al in Chi-Town. I'm in the Chicago area. You didn't send a second email, so I thought the Gibby songwriter. Oh, whoops. Sorry. I need to. That's why I now have an assistant that helps me follow up on all the details because there's so much going on. I'm sorry. So what's the scale length on the Taylor 12 string? I believe it's 25 and a half. I can almost guarantee it's 25 and a half. Yep. Gibson G45, $950. The D'Angelico has a gig bag, swag shipped. Those are sold out. That's a Sweetwater exclusive finish in the Sunburst. Really cool guitar. I will sell it for $700. So you're getting basically $200 off, plus free shipping and swag and a hat and all that stuff. And now here's the last thing. Here's the one I really, really don't want to sell. And you tell me. So this guitar can be, it won't be yours, but you could pay me $5,000 for this guitar, which is twice what it sold for new. Nope, can't play that one. Yeah, this is a Waterloo WLS. I love this guitar. I play this guitar every day, or almost every day. And the best decision I made on this was to put a K&K Pure Mini in it. And this guitar just sounds awesome, especially plugged in. It's very bassy, very full. And I've played other versions of this guitar, and they haven't done it for me. But this one is just lightning in a bottle. It just is so, so good. It's a little buzzy. I need to buy one of the Collings truss rod wrenches. The ones that I have, I can't quite get in there. And let's see some of the stuff going on. What about the bag of candy from Sweetwater? No candy, no deal. Sorry, my kids already, they know when they are programmed. When they see the boxes that say Sweetwater, when they see that tape, the blue, red, and white tape that says Sweetwater, they know, and they will come in here and they'll heckle me and they'll take my candy. That's okay. The only ones I want, and this is weird, this is also me being like, I'm a third child, so like for me, it's like whatever was left over was my favorite. So I have weird choices, but I always love is it the Sugar Daddies that come in there? There's like the kind of the caramelly taffy things. Let's see. Yeah, Sonia, $60. You don't. I mean, I was asking 50. You don't have to do 60. But I'll take 60. But yeah, so this guitar is cherry back and sides, and Rasmus says that there's a bunch of cherry. It's so good. So Marshall says, what's so special about this guitar? It's feather light. It has a really comfortable neck profile. It sounds really wonderful. It has a ton of every note is loud and present and lots of like fullness to it. And you feel this guitar a whole lot more. So it's red spruce on the top and cherry on the back and sides. This guitar is just built like a blues cannon. Now, I don't know, will this guitar last forever? I mean, it's really lightly built. And most of the guitars like this didn't stand the test of time. So. So I would $5,000 on the Waterloo. So I got that guitar for $1,600, and I got it just kind of on a whim, thinking I could buy it and sell it for $400 profit. So sell it for $2,000, $2,100, because they're very cool, and I know lots of people like them. But I looked at that guitar and thought, I'm not a blues player, I'm a fingerstyle player, but that guitar just isn't for me. And I played it, and like the first note I played, I knew that that was a guitar that I definitely was into. And it's been with me for, what, 2 years now? Yeah. Oh, wow. Over 2 years, because I got it when my little boy was little. He was like a baby in the back. Oh, I forgot about that. But let's see. Daniel says Maton has a weird truss rod wrench. They do. They go through the end pin. Maniacs. And then Jim says, has anyone here played or owned a 60s Harmony 12-string? Bought one last month. I had to send it straight to my guitar doctor. Yeah, I've played some of them. They're super fun, but they're hard to play, so they usually need some TLC. Yeah. Jeremy, so this is William saying, Jeremy, in 2004, Fender made a run of 52 tele reissues with spruce tops and chambered ash bodies. Have a chance to get one that is unplayed. Getting mixed advice. Any pros, cons, beside it being 6 pounds? 6 pounds isn't crazy. That's a cool. I remember hearing about this. I don't think that was right when I started working at the Guitar and Amp Center. Man, that would be a cool thing to have. If you can get in it right. I mean, I know you and I know your style and preferences. That would be a cool, quirky, weird one. And it's a telly. You like tellies. So, I don't know. I wouldn't see anything wrong with it. I just spotted some dust in my microphone. Okay, Sonia. Yeah, Sonia, I can email you after this. Or you can email me, info@jeremyshepherd.com. And I'll get back to you, and I can ship it out. I can also just ship it. Yeah, I'll get it shipped today. I do have a couple more things we need to open. And Alden was watching Ryan Bingham playing a Waterloo the other night. So good. Dude, they're amazing. They're really cool. What I love is this one sounds exactly like Nathaniel Rateliff, especially the live version of And It's Still All Right. I think that's the name of the song. Anyway, I've got 2 more things I need to open. One is a similar guitar. I have to get a knife out for this one. Now, Auld Lang Syne is going to be stuck in my head. Guys, a couple years ago, I cut myself with a razor so badly that I probably should have gone to the hospital or the doctor. And I didn't. I squirted super glue in it and duct taped it back together. But I'll tell you what I was doing. I was trying. I won't hold the knife when I was doing it. There's still a scar there. So I was cutting a cardboard box somehow, and I like went like that and just split open that crease, like where your palm kind of curls up. Hamana. Okay, so this is one of the new guitars from Donner, and this guitar showed up. Whoa, that's kind of cool. It's like in a little tray thing. All right, another 1/4-inch cable. Another strap. Okay. All right, I think that's everything. No! I'm an idiot. Just knocked over my Zoom H5. I'm pretty sure I just saw one of the microphones break off of it. Yeah, moving too fast, not thinking. It's a small space. Why do I throw things? Anyway, this is a Donner. This is their new, I think it's an HSS. They sent this to me for my review. And this will serve as a review. Whoa, this is definitely... Okay. Wow, this is definitely better quality than they have been so far. This is probably the 4th Donner that I've received. And I've noticed that they're like trying to brand themselves as a valid guitar in kind of the starter level. Oh, it's funny. Can you see that? This is upside down. It would go this way, right? That's how all of them have been. So that's interesting. They put chord shapes on a little hang tag. This reminds me, do you guys remember those guitars from the early 2000s? This reminds me of Austin. It's only a half step down. All right, so this is it just tuned up. So it's a really good looking guitar. It's this kind of translucent green. Looks like a poplar body. It plays well. It has the vintage open gear. Yeah, like vintagey style nickel tuners and HSS. The humbucker's pretty hot. Wow. Okay, man. I think these are $219 or $229. They sent this to me just to get my take and my review. And normally, I don't know. What would you guys do in that spot? I don't really want to review these. Like, this is not what I'm into or what I think people are kind of looking for when they come to my channel. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's okay. Let me turn this down. Let's see what the comments are. Somebody's asking about a Martin. I don't own a Martin right now. That's weird. There's only a couple times in my life has that been the case, that I do not own a Martin guitar. And I just haven't found anything that really like gets me going. Like my Haas and Dalton is such a better kind of idea of a D18. So I don't know what Martin I would buy right now. I was so disappointed with the D41 that I just had. And but let's see. So Paul says Waterloo is great, but not a big fan of the vintage neck. Yeah, if you're not into a vintage neck, that one is the most V-shaped vintage feeling neck, like big. Yeah. Randy says, Jeremy, have you played the DSS 17 yet? I bought one and it's a Canon. Just curious what your thoughts are. I love slope shoulder dreadnoughts. I love 12 frets. I love Martins. Those are really fun. They're really good guitars. I think you would really enjoy those, and lots of people will. For me, it's not really a 17 series if it doesn't have a mahogany top. So for me, it's just I have an issue with my Type A, my Enneagram 1. I don't know if you guys care about the Enneagram. So I'm an Enneagram 2, as you can tell by the fact that I talk about friendship as the most central thing in the world. And so for me, friendship is the tool by which I make sense of the world. And so friendship is all. So a 2 is, anyway, I'm a 2, which is all about relationships. And then I lean pretty hard into my 3, which is the achieving, is an Enneagram 3. But birds have 2 wings and people have 2 wings. And so I also have some Enneagram 1 stuff, which is that really Type A. There is a deep and moral way to do things, which I found recently with like how I'm editing videos and bringing people in, as I now have an assistant and I have an editor and people are kind of working with me. I'm starting to find these idiosyncrasies in myself. But anyway, Patrick Ladendecker is here. I think that Donner, it has push pots. Let's see. It does. It's a pull. Okay, cool. Well, that's exciting. Man, this is definitely a worthwhile guitar. Now, there's one more thing to open with the push pull. That's great. Yeah. So for $229, push pull, it looks really cool. It's got the mint guard, vintage tuners. I mean, this is way better than a guitar I spent $250 for. I had a red, translucent red Austin Strat for a couple months in like 2003. And this is definitely better than that. The nut is really well fit. Comparing this to Glary, which Glary wants to be a competitor to these, but this is good. I mean, this is a really good kind of Amazon kind of guitar. If an aunt or uncle or grandparents got this for a grandkid for Christmas or a birthday, you couldn't be that upset because it's a cool guitar. I wouldn't put it, it's not quite to the level of like a classic vibe, but classic vibes are expensive now. But I would put this like right around the same level as the Affinity. And this has a couple of features that are better than the Affinity series. So I don't know. That's pretty cool. Let's see. What's the telly behind me? Let's play that one. This is my Sync or Cypress telly. I built this guitar. And when I say I built it, I mean I sanded, planed, assembled, put all of this together. The body was already the front and back were already attached. I finished doing some of the binding and sanded it. And it is okay as far as finish, but it's very cool materials. My friend John Prendergast, who is a guy I was in charge of selling his estate, he owned this. And he was the one that started this and didn't finish it before he passed away. And I was asked to come and help him and help his wife sell his estate. And I have another situation like that that's just coming up that I'll start talking about it more next week. You'll start seeing some videos about an estate I'm buying from my kindergarten teacher. My kindergarten teacher, her husband, who is also a friend of mine, passed away, and he has a bunch of guitars that are really cool, and we need to find some new homes for him. So this is my Cypress telly with Cypress telly, Seymour Duncan Antiquities, nickel hardware. I know what pedal I need to use this, and this is the last package we have to open. So let's dig in. This will be the last thing we do before we call it for a weekend. How many of you guys follow 60 Cycle Hum? So a couple weeks ago, 60 Cycle Hum and Ryan had this deal where he had like 200 reverb pedals, where some company reached out and said, hey, we have these reverb pedals, but they are problematic. Some of them sound bad. And he made a bunch of videos about them. Well, anyway, one of them showed up here. He said, send a postcard and tell me that you want one of the pedals, and I'll mail you one. And I figured there was not a chance that I would like. I figured there was not any possible way that I would get one of these. And how funny is this? So here is. What is this? Dinosaur Ghost? Is that Ryan's band? What is this? It's a thing for CD Baby. But oh, hey, where'd that sound? So this is one of the reverb pedals that he sent, and he hooked up like 200 of these. I don't know if you saw that video. So this was on Ryan's desk, and he also sent this with a patch cable. And I'm still throwing stuff, even though I knocked my mic over earlier. But there's a patch cable that I don't think I need right now. But this guitar's in tune, so I can swap. Sorry, it's going to be noisy for a second. Listen how noisy that thing is. That is crazy. Listen to that noise. I'm losing track. That is the noisiest pedal I've ever heard. Can you hear that? Is it just overwhelming? All right, hang on. Let me try to get it up high enough so I can show you. Oh boy. Oh boy. So here's the pedal, and it is just the noisiest thing. All right, we'll only do this for one more minute. Anyway. Well, thanks so much thanks Ryan and 60 Cycle Hum for sending me that pedal. It's I'm glad I got one of the quirky ones. I got one of the weird ones. I think the others like worked pretty normally, but that one, man, is just insane. So very noisy. Yes, the wood grain on that telly is insane. So this is what I love about this is that this is like proper sinker Cypress, and so it's got this really dark color because this spent a bunch of time underwater, probably 30, 40 years. This was fished out. I know that this piece of wood was fished out of the Pearl River. Actually, it was at the confluence of the Pearl River and the Tchefuncte, Tchefuncte, Tchefuncte. And but anyway, yeah. So again, not actually selling it. $2,000 if you want it. And but anyway. This has been a mail day. This has been a sale day. So it sounds like I only sold maybe one guitar, but you can also buy t-shirts and merch and buy the course. If you feel overwhelmed at the prospect of trying to figure out what guitar is right for you, or if you get hung up and concerned about, I don't know how to get rid of the guitars that I have now and I need more space and it's stressing my relationships, I will teach you how to sell guitars as well. But also I'll teach you how to pay attention to these things in a way that teaches you about yourself and what you value so that when someone walks in and sees your guitar collection, they would know who you are and what you're into and what you value. So anyway, but yeah, let me see if there's any other questions. Billy says, using your deluxe reverb, it makes anything sound good. I mean, that was just straight in. Like, it was just a Tone Master Deluxe. They're not super expensive. They're a great tool. That into Universal Audio Apollo. But even then, I mean, now I get that's an expensive piece of gear, but I'm not really doing anything with that other than turning it. It's a digital signal into my computer sent to you. So anyway, It's funny. Yeah. So yes, this is a T5 12-string back behind me, and it is also, if you want to buy my guitar hanger back there, it's like an 8 feet 6 inches, 8 feet 9 inches, for this black walnut live edge guitar hanger. I will sell you that thing for $3,000, and I'll deliver it pretty much anywhere in the country. Now I don't want to sell it, but I will make you another one if you want one. This is from a dear friend of mine, my friend Zeke. Zeke Trainum on Instagram. He's an amazing sculptor and builder and artist and carpenter and welder, and he just makes amazing and beautiful things. And he was just really kind to me to help me put this thing together. So anyway, my voice hurts. I've been talking forever, and this is super fun. Thanks so much for hanging out and watching. It's been really good. Are we AI? I haven't paid attention to the news. I feel like I need to wear a mask now to watch the news. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, we're all happy and healthy. Life is good. Thank you for your friendship and your kindness to me. Thank you for your support. This video comes to you because of my patrons. Thanks to Tom and to Craig and to Andy and to, there's so many of them. Craig sent me this microphone. I love it. This is an Aston Origin, and it's really good. So anyway, have a nice weekend. Hope you guys are good and kind. And yeah, the world is a more musical and more friendship-filled place because of you guys. If you want to buy any of this stuff, let me know. I know somebody really wanted the PV Classic 20 Mini head. Send me an email, info@jeremyshepard.com. And Dan, Caleb, I'll make a hanger like that for $2,000. I'll make one like that for $1,000. Take that, Dan, or take that, Caleb. But anyway, take care. Have a good weekend. Thanks, everybody. This has been a really fun time. Now I have to spend an hour cleaning the studio because it's just all torn apart. And see how broken my microphone is. So, thanks, everybody. Yeah, Dave, sorry you already missed the $100 Boucher. Gave away 2 of them, actually. So, sorry. Sucks to suck.